Donald Trump, he's a psychopath, he's an idiot, he's crazy, he's all of the things. But at the same time, every once in a while, he'll do something that's funny. And most of the time, it's just accidentally funny, but funny nonetheless. On May the 4th, he put out a post, May the 4th be with you. It's a very, if you're not a nerd or, just anybody that knows anything about culture, our current culture, Star Wars and what have you, Marvel Universe and all that shit. But May the 4th is the Star Wars holiday. May the 4th be with you. Well, he put out a post that somebody, because he didn't do it, one of his mindless automatons out there that praises him, did an AI depicting of a jacked, big, veiny, muscly guy in a Jedi costume with Donald Trump's head supplanted on it. Why are people always giving Donald Trump muscles? Y'all know he don't have none. You've seen him on the golf course with his man tits and his Dunlap over gut and his big old can of an ass and his ridiculous comb over and the orange makeup that he wears. You see how ridiculous he is, but meanwhile, you stick his head on the body of Rocky Balboa because, man, he's a manly man and I want to be manly like Trump. Meanwhile, the guy couldn't find his dick if he had both, if he used both hands. But anyway, he tweets out or bleats out on his Truth Central. I know it's called Truth Social, but he called it Truth Central, so I'm going to call it Truth Central. So he bleats it out on Truth that that picture of him jacked up Jedi, and of course, people, the real nerds out there, because. Y'all real nerds out there, y'all the real ones. They were saying, Jedis don't have red lightsabers. They have either, the blue ones or the green ones. And this is true. You have a red lightsaber. Generally, you're a Sith. And Mark Hamill trolled back and said, you could tell that this guy, Donald Trump, is full of Sith. Which I was like, this is pretty good. Pretty good. Go ahead, Mark Hamill. Go on, King. It made me think about the people that follow Donald Trump. And they tend to watch these cultural iconic films like Star Wars, and they don't get it. I mean, George Lucas was spreading it on so goddamn thick. Darth Vader was the bad guy. By the way, Darth Vader, Vader is German for father. All of his followers, all of his military were called stormtroopers. I mean, just put a swastika on their shoulder. He was literally just shove it in your face. The authoritarian nature of the empire. Meanwhile, there are conservatives who watch it and think that Donald Trump is part of the rebellion. It's like, guys, did you even watch Star Wars? He is literally like an emperor. He calls himself a king. If you are running the most powerful country on the planet, you are the establishment. You are in leadership. You're not a rebel. I mean, I see it. It's like every 10 years, conservatives will be like, oh, we're the punk rock people, man. We're the, conservatives are the real rebels. Honey, all conservatives do is scream and yell about giving rich people tax cuts. That's not rebellion. That's being a bitch. That's worshiping your rich daddy. I mean, like Tucker Carlson or racist ass Melly Gibson's says, daddy's home and he's getting his belt out. I mean, these people are not rebels. They're not edgelords. They are sycophantic losers who worship their king, their almighty God King Donald Trump. And I find it fascinating. They watch The Matrix and they take all the wrong lessons from it. By the way, that movie that you love so much, The Matrix, was made by 2 trans people. and they put trans allegories in it. But meanwhile, according to them, that Neo would be a Republican. You know, you got people like Andrew Tate going, "You're caught in the Matrix. You're just caught in the Matrix." It's like, dude, you are literally trying to suck dry a whole bunch of 14, 15-year-old boys of all of their self-worth just so you could get them to take your goddamn course. And meanwhile, they will never, ever find a girl as long as they're following you. And his retort is, "You're caught in the Matrix." Did you even watch the fucking Matrix? They talk about Fight Club. These, yet again, another cultural iconic movie, Fight Club. Taking all the wrong lessons from it. Going, yeah, let's start a Fight Club. No, honey, that was a cautionary tale of a man going through a schizophrenic fit with Tyler Durden in his brain, who wasn't real, who ends the movie blowing up a shitload of buildings. That is the lesson. This guy was crazy, and maybe don't go down this crazy path. You know, men are so lonely that they will do anything to have some camaraderie. I mean, they could join a softball league. That'd probably be a lot safer. You know, they could, you know, if they like working on cars, they could have, you know, a bunch of car friends. You know, if they like playing tennis, they could join a tennis club. There is any number of things that guys could do with other guys, as opposed to, let's just get together and beat the shit out of each other. That's a genius fucking idea. Don't get me wrong. I love Fincher, the director Fincher. I thought that Fight Club was fantastic. I love The Matrix. I love Star Wars. But the people who are watching it and taking the wrong lessons from it, guys, come back to reality. If you hear the director of Fight Club say, this is a cautionary tale, and the main character, the narrator, played by Edward Norton, was crazy, sleep deprived, and schizophrenic, and you shouldn't follow this as a model for your life, then maybe listen to the guy who made the movie that you love so much. As opposed to going, no, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The real lesson is, we need to get together and beat each other up and cause mayhem and then blow up the entire system and eat venison off the road. Yeah, that's the right lesson, you fucking morons. Anyway, I want to combine this little crazy topic with, since we're talking about movies, Donald Trump, who recently said he wants to open Alcatraz, and the rumor has it that he was in Mar-a-Lago at the time, and in Florida, they were playing on television the movie Escape from Alcatraz. I saw a double feature, Escape from Alcatraz and The Rock. Sean Connery, great guy, amazing guy. He slaps women around. I love that about him. And of course, Escape from Alcatraz. Clint Eastwood, super nice guy, really great. He was a fantastic movie star, and I was in the film business. Dude, you were in Home Alone 2. That's your claim to fame for being on camera. But I was in the movie business, and I was talking to my friend Jon Voigt, who's a fantastic actor. Yeah, he was the Midnight Cowboy. How do you not like the Midnight Cowboy? And anyway, he and I were talking, and we were watching these old movies, and I think that we need to do a 100% tariff on all movies filmed in foreign lands. So I guess, let's just put this into perspective. If you want to film a movie in Paris, you're going to get a 100% tariff. How's that going to work? I mean, how is that going to work? Is it going to be at the box office? Are you going to be charging them before it gets put on film? Are we going to be making our own Eiffel Tower in Paris, Texas? And that's where we're going to be doing our filming. The guy, I swear to God, man, he regurgitates whatever he hears last. So if Jon Voigt, who is a very staunch Republican, kind of a batshit crazy guy, there's a handful of them out there, Jon Voigt and sorry to say, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, although Bruce Willis is dealing with some stuff right now. But He was, James Woods, another, staunchly conservative guy. Clint Eastwood, staunchly conservative guy. The get off my lawn, kids, or I'll get my 44 Magnum. It's the strongest, most powerful handgun in the world. Why do you think Donald Trump talks the way he does? He thinks he sounds like Clint Eastwood. So Jon Voigt and him have a conversation, and the next thing you know, he's out there talking about reopening Alcatraz. And by the way, Alcatraz, tourist attraction, makes like $60 million a year for the Parks Department in the Bay Area. He wants to get rid of that and refit it, because that would cost millions and millions of dollars to refit that island for prisoners, which, by the way, only housed 300 people. So we would be spending millions and millions of dollars to retrofit this place to be, up to date, because this shit, they closed this shit down in the 60s, the 70s? I don't remember. But, it's been closed down for a long ass time. And Donald Trump wants to retrofit it and turn it into a prison again to house, let's just say, 500 whole people. It's just another way of just your authoritarianism is showing, Mr. President. And, all it takes is, a double feature of The Rock and Escape from Alcatraz and a conversation with Jon fucking Voigt. Jon Voigt, you remember him? He was in Deliverance. Great actor. He had those big old puffy lips, which is why he says he has such a pretty mouth. You got a pretty mouth, Jon Voigt. God, if I was Angelina Jolie, I would be like, oh my God. That's Jon Voigt's daughter, estranged daughter. There's a reason why she's estranged, because her daddy's a psychopath. And he's hanging out with Donald Trump and convincing Donald Trump that he should do 100% tariff on movies that are filmed outside the country. I mean, are we never going to film outside the country again? Is that what we're going to do? We're just going to build sets that look like Japan, or look like Rio, or look like Saudi Arabia, or look like Paris, France, or the United Kingdom. We're gonna build our own Buckingham Palace. We're gonna do it right there in Nebraska, and that's why we're gonna film it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to charge 100% tariff. The man is a lunatic, but kind of funny too. There's no excuse for him, and I can't stand the guy. He's a fucking fascist, lunatic, but at the same time, every once in a while, you gotta laugh. And by the way, he posted about being the Pope. My friend sent me a revision on that, and Donald Trump is sitting there in his chair with his finger pointing, and he's dressed all in white like the Pope. Yet again, another AI thing. Oh God, conservatives love AI, because it's like, oh, you artist types, you think you're so creative. Well, I just type it right in here to ChatGPT or AI, and it just produces art for me. So I don't even have to learn how to paint and stuff. I can just make my own art. Thank you very much. And my art today is Donald Trump in a white Pope uniform. Well, my friend sent me a picture of Donald Trump pretty much in the same uniform, except for the medallion. It's a big old poop medallion. And instead of white, it's chocolate brown and a chocolate brown hat. And the title says, The Poop. Now that is a troll, and I dug that. Anyway, that's the show for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I would really appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything, and it means the world to me. Thank you very much. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. You take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.